Welcome back to our 35th web programming tutorial. Now, as I promised, we're going to do something fun, and it's going to be with JavaScript. So, from the next video on, I'll take you back to the basics with JavaScript and we'll run you through everything that you need to know. I want you to understand from here that these JavaScript tutorials will also be put in their own separate playlist, and depending on the number of overall web programming videos, they might have to go back and do the HTML and CSS in separate playlists as well. But from here on out, we'll be putting basically each programming language into two different files. Playlists, sorry. Just drew a bit of a blank on the word. But right now, we're just going to sum up with our 35th video on something a little bit fun. Now, because it's JavaScript, most of you aren't going to have any clue what's happening here unless you have done something like my C tutorial, C++ or C#. That's really where you're going to get the understanding from, because this is basically a programming language. It's basically just Java but for online, which is why they obviously call it JavaScript. Now, obviously some commands are different, but a lot of them are very similar. So here we go. We've got a nice little file. We've got a function up here in JavaScript, and notice the script tags. We'll get into those in the next tutorial. And down here we've got a nice little body. I've also got a little body test ID, and then I've got a variable end prompt. Now, this is where it really gets exciting, because we haven't dealt with anything like a prompt before, and what we'll do is when I run this page, you'll see what it does. And here we go, we've got a nice little text page. I meant to name that test, but made a mistake. So now this is what the prompt has done. It's popped up with a little box where you can enter a number. Now I'm going to enter a number, a ridiculous number, about 100,000. It's big but not that big. And if we print this out, okay, it's taking its time. It might have actually crashed. Probably should have run this through on a test screening first, but didn't think out. There we go. So, okay, so we've got a massive script. I'm going to just stop the script. And as you can see, we've got 100,000, so that corresponds to this little section here by document.getElement. And I just want you to know that in our prompt we've got enter a number, but we've also set a default value of 4. And from there on, we've got a little document, and then we've also got our little function. Again, we'll talk about this later, that calls this little function show square, in which we've got another variable, well actually a few variables and a few little writing lines. But we've also got a couple of for loops, which is what makes it into a square, and that's what we've got here. We've got the square value, and it is massive. So I don't know if that's run the whole thing through, because 100,000 squared. What I'll do is I'll actually bring up the calculator and find out what that is. I want to go to scientific. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squared. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think about 10 billion. I'm not too sure on when my numbers get to that point. It really not that good when it comes to that kind of maths. But anyway, this was a nice little fun video, and next one we'll get into a bit more use and take a look at, well, we'll start from the basics. I'll leave this little text or test page, I probably should rename it, up, and eventually we'll get to the point where we do actually understand everything that's going on in here and how we can actually build something similar to it. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know this was a bit long and all that, but remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.